Oh man, Billy, the tables are turning.
Oh no, what are you talking about now?
Have you heard that they have new types of male birth control?
You mean other than socks with sandals?
No. I mean like legitimate medical ones. And seeing as, generally it's usually all men that are talking about women's rights, we thought we would have an all-female panel to discuss male birth control.
I think I left my car running.
No, Billy, you are not going anywhere. You are sticking around for this episode of Chew on This. So do you think that men will actually use birth control, or are the scientists just wasting their time?
I think they're wasting their time. As soon as there's a side effect that even remotely resembles something that we deal with all the time, they're going to stop using it right away.
Men complain about condoms. How long has condoms existed? They were like, oh, well, the pleasure is not as good. I'm like, you're preventing from having a child. I mean, it's just like really frustrating. And I'm like, there's other ways you can have fun with if you're not liking that feeling. But I mean, I don't like putting birth control on, so why should it be any different for guys?
Yeah, that's fair. What do you think, Amanda?
I have man in the middle of my name, so I'll be an advocate for all the men out there. So I think scientists are smart, and they're going to realize that, they've spent all this money on studying birth control for men.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, it's not working because of the side effects. What if we switch the side effects? Like, I'm purposely on a birth control because it makes my boobs bigger, my skin clearer, and, I don't PMS a lot. Which is great. So what if the scientists switch things up and they're offered side effects where men had bigger butts and whiter teeth and they took out the garbage?
Yeah, what do you think about this, Billy?
I don't think I gotta worry about the whiter teeth.
Yeah, that is true. Your two teeth are pretty white. So if men were to take birth control, how do you think that this would change relationships?
I think there'd have to be sort of a bigger discussion about who's going to take responsibility, and probably a lot of trust talking and looking at whether or not, who's going to do it this month, or maybe you could take turns.
Yeah, that sounds like a very, 50-50 shared approach. I like that.
Yeah, I think it depends on the relationship. I'm on it, so then my boyfriend pays for it.
Yes,
because I think it's fair. If I have to deal with all the side effects that are super fun, then he should pay for it, right? And I think that's very fair. And
if this whole thing, how do you think it should be decided who takes it?
Trust fall. You have to do a trust fall because you have to trust the other person that they're going to take it, right? And it's one thing to take the birth control, but then it's a totally other thing just to say that you are when you're not.
That is fair.
And if she doesn't take it, she can take a trust fall down the stairs.
All right! So any more thoughts on who should decide or how you should decide it?
Rock, paper, scissors? I don't know.
All right. What is Billy's damn question?
So, women tell me that my Beaver-based pickup lines are natural-born birth control. What's your most memorable natural birth control a man has ever shown?
Unkempt pubic hair. Just out of control. If I can't see the trees for the forest, I'm out. I'm gone.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't lumberjack that off.
No.
Oh my God.
It sounds horrible, but size? Let's just be honest. Women do care about size. Let's just be honest with that. And so, if it's not big enough, then that could be a turn-off for sure.
I'm 2 feet tall.
But you have a huge tail.
He does have a huge tail.
He does.
And he gets a lot of tail, too, surprisingly.
Does it get bigger when he's excited?
All right, well, Billy, after all this discussion, do you think that you would take male birth control?
No way, it's the scares that make life interesting.
Okay. Well, even if you don't want kids, you can reproduce this video by liking, commenting, and sharing it. Until next time on Chew on This.